Hello guys, hello tigers, and welcome back to the next lesson of a programming language, C# from A to Z for Learning channel. This is Nazar Al-Wattar with you. Today we are going to learn a new technical terms about this beautiful programming language. Today we will add a new technical terms to your storage programming language terms. Today we are going to talk about what they call it code management. So what is the code management? What is the code management process? Today in this lesson we are going to explain what is the code management process. As we always doing, let us go back a little bit to the previous video. Now, after converting your C# code to the common intermediate language and then call the just-in-time compiler to execute your code and to compile your code to a native code that the operating system could execute. Now we are going to understand what will happen after these two steps. After these two steps, we have two different types of programming languages. We have first kind of these programming languages that use the common language runtime, which is the .NET framework library part. In this kind of programming language, they will call this part of .NET framework so as to execute your code and monitor your code, and either to return the result for you or to return the exception for you and to ask you to correct your mistake. This kind of programming language called managed programming language. That means these programming language or this kinds of programming language will execute their code under supervision, the common language runtime, and these executions will not be done unless memory management has done and security issues has done and fixed it, and many others steps that needs to be done before calling the common language runtime parts so as to execute your code. So all these resources should be holded to your code so as to call the common language runtime, because it is super busy. It cannot come and wait until all these things to be allocated to your code. So this kinds of programming language and this kind of code called managed code, and C# code is one of these managed code. There is another type of programming languages. This kinds of programming language will not call the common language runtime, because this kind of programming language will go directly to speak to the operating system without any need from the common language runtime. So this kinds of programming language will execute its code directly and speak directly to operating system. This kinds of code called unmanaged code, and these kinds of programming languages called low-level programming languages. And one of these languages or one of these low-level programming languages is C++. And we will make another course about this amazing programming language, and we will know how to deal with the operating system through C++ programming language, because one of these applications for this amazing programming language, which is C++, it's the embedded system that is used and that it talks directly to the operating system without any need to call the common language runtime. Okay guys, we are done in this lesson. See you in the next lesson and in the next technical terms about programming language environment that we will need to execute our C# code. See you in the next lesson.